Hello, and welcome to the video. Today, we're going to be painting up one of the Knaves of the Silver Scimitar from Heroscape Age of Annihilation set. For this, out of the four, I like the green one the best, so I thought I'd give him a shot. As you can see, it's a pretty detailed mini, looks good, and what we're going to do first is just prime him in all white. To start, we're going to do his clothing, and I'm going to use Corpse Pale. This is going to give it like a nice light beige color for it. As you can see with my base layers, I'm being a little sloppy here. I'm just kind of putting it down. I'm not worrying too much about where it's going, as we can cover these all up as we go on. I'm going to use burnt red to do some of the trim on his clothing here and some of the armbands, and I think also the knee pads are also red. As you can see, I'm being a little more careful around the skin areas. I want it to remain white so that we can make, when I put down the green, it's going to be nice and bright. I'm going to put on charred brown for a lot of the leather straps around his legs and the belt. I'm going to come in with some black just to do a base coat on the hoses and his weapons here. I find it really hard to paint metallics over white, so that's why I'm putting down the black here. I'm going to use brass here to paint the face mask and also some of the connections and also a little bit of the tank on his back. Here I'm using Speed Paint's Shamrock Green for his skin tones. I like this one because it's a nice bright green over this white. It's going to look really good here as we go on. With the Speed Paints, I try to be a little more careful with them. They're not as easy to make corrections on as just regular paints. So that's one disadvantage with using these that I find. I used lead belcher for all of the metallic parts, the knives and the hoses that are connecting his mask. Here I'm using Earthshade to do a wash over most of his clothing. I like to use the wash all over. I know it's kind of sloppy, some people don't like it, but I do. It gives it a darker color and it kind of ties it all together. It also hides a lot of my mistakes. I used a bit of Nuln oil here on his weapons to darken them down. Once the wash is dried, I'm coming back in with Corpse Pale to re-highlight a lot of his clothing here. I also used this to put the outside strips on his face mask. I figured it would be a nice light layer. I used Brain Matter Beige to lighten up that stripe on the side of his face mask here. I use Mephiston Red here to highlight all of the red parts, mostly his knee pads, his gauntlets, and some of the other straps around. I used Livery Green here to really bring up the skin tone to just a neon green. A little bit of Mournfang Brown is used to highlight some of the leather straps and belts here. Here I'm using plate mail metal to lighten up the blades and also some of the other metallic parts on them. Finally, I'm just using some Mechanicus Gray here to do his toenails and the lenses on his goggles. With that, I think we're gonna call this guy done. I'm just gonna paint the base pure black like I've done all my other ones. I gotta say, he was a fun mini to paint. I really like the green skin tone on him. I think that the neon green really helps it pop, makes him look kind of cool. You know, I'm really happy with how he came out. And whenever you put all 4 of them together, I think it's a nice little squad. I think they did a great job on the sculpts here, and they all look really good together. It'll be fun to get them on the table. So with that, I want to say thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments which miniature you're painting up right now, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.